graduates, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Shukran, Sayyid Al-Rais. I will not give you time to rest, Mr. President, because I will have to invite you back immediately, because you will have to introduce our keynote speaker. سيتفضل الآن السيد الرئيس لتقديم ضيف الشرف دكتور ماكويليمز.
Thank you, Dr. Belfré. It's my pleasure to introduce Bruce McWilliams. And I would like to do it both perhaps in English and French, if you allow me, even if I will take some more time. I will start with English and then I will translate myself. I think it's very important. First, on the formal presentation, Bruce McWilliams has a PhD and, in physics. He is chairman and president and chief executive officer of Tesla Technologies Incorporation in California, San Jose. Since assuming his position as chief executive officer in June 1999, Bruce McWilliams had defined Tesla's growth and profitability strategy, steering the company from an operating loss to a 60%, so that is too difficult for me, but probably good for the banker, CEGR. So the banker will translate, from 2002 to 2006, by successfully anticipating the future demands of the electronic industry. Mr. McWilliams is driving Tesla's development of technology and solutions that realize the future of consumer computing and wireless electronics. Today, over 20 billion semiconductor devices have been shipped using Tesla technology. Dr. McWilliams has more than 20 years of executive and technical management experience in semiconductor industry. He has held numerous executive management positions in a world-known and renowned company like Flextronics. He is a member of the board of directors of Intermolecular and an engineering company, and he also is the board of trustees of Carnegie Mellon University. In 2005, he was awarded Ernst & Young's Northern California Entrepreneur of the Year. He holds a Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, and PhD from Carnegie Mellon University. That is a formal presentation. Now I will perhaps shift to French to make a more personal presentation. Je viens de faire une présentation formelle, je dirais, de la carrière de notre invité, Dr. Bruce McWilliams. Mais je pense qu'il est peut-être bon de faire une présentation moins formelle, et je vais la faire en français. J'ai eu le plaisir de connaître Bruce il y a maintenant un peu plus d'une année, en fait en novembre 2006, par un ami commun qui l'a invité à me rendre visite ici à l'université, alors qu'il était à Madrid avec son épouse. Il lui a dit « Va au Maroc et va voir à Hawaï, tu vas être étonné ». Et donc Bruce est venu un week-end ici, il a vu l'université, il a rencontré quelques-uns de nos responsables, et il est parti. Il m'a envoyé un email en me disant « Rachid, j'étais impressionné, je ne sais pas ce que je vais faire, mais on fera certainement quelque chose ensemble ». Donc c'était ses paroles. 3 mois après, il m'a appelé du Japon en me disant, pour revenir aux États-Unis, je vais passer par le Maroc, faire un petit arrêt de 24 heures, j'ai un projet, je voudrais t'en parler. Nous nous sommes retrouvés à Rabat et nous avons parlé d'un projet gigantesque, un projet de technologie, un projet qui, quelque part, est une première au Maroc, parce que pour la première fois, nous avons développé au Maroc une technologie qui n'existe pas ailleurs. Autrement dit, quelque chose où le Maroc va être un leader. C'est un projet d'investissement de 100 millions de dollars, ce qui n'est pas rien, qui va employer à terme jusqu'à 1500 personnes, dont la majorité seront des cadres supérieurs. Mais ceci n'est rien, parce que ce projet n'est que le premier point d'un départ, parce qu'en amont de ce projet, il y a de la recherche, il y a du développement, et là nous sommes en train de travailler ensemble pour mettre en place un centre de développement de technologies dans la microélectronique et la micro-optique, tout ensemble. Et ce centre démarrera, je l'espère bien, en novembre prochain. Là aussi, c'est un investissement aussi qui tourne autour de 50 millions de dollars, avec, bien entendu, à la clé, d'énormes possibilités d'emploi pour nos jeunes ingénieurs et nos jeunes qui sortent des School of Business et des School of Humanities. Je pense que ceci traduit la qualité de l'homme qui aujourd'hui va vous parler. C'est un physicien de très haut niveau. Je tiens à vous dire, peut-être que je m'excuserai auprès de lui si vous ne voulez pas que je le dise, mais c'est un petit génie en sortant de l'université, puisqu'il a obtenu son doctorat à 23 ans. Vous pouvez faire les calculs. Il a travaillé dans un centre de recherche de physique nucléaire dans son pays, l'un des plus avancés. Et puis à cela, eh bien, la science d'un côté, et qui l'interpelle toujours, puisqu'il m'a avoué qu'il se levait à 4 heures du matin pour aller faire de la physique, qu'il n'a pas oublié. Et à côté, sa deuxième passion, c'est la technologie, et c'est là où il a réussi. Et je voulais vous dire qu'aujourd'hui, dans cette salle, chacun d'entre vous a sa technologie dans sa poche. Tous les téléphones que vous avez, eh bien, la technologie développée par Bruce est dans vos téléphones. Alors, c'est pour ça que je pense que pour nos étudiants sortants, c'était une excellente opportunité que quelqu'un comme lui vous parle. Parce qu'il est l'exemple typique, disons, de la réalisation personnelle, du succès universitaire et aussi de l'entrepreneuriat et de la capacité de réussir. Et j'ai oublié de dire que cette année, il a été invité par Wall Street pour venir donc tirer la cloche au niveau de, je dirais, de la salle des marchés, parce qu'il a été considéré comme étant la meilleure société en réalisation donc au niveau de Wall Street. Voilà. Et ça, c'était pour nos amis banquiers, pour qu'ils sachent qu'il a aussi une réputation du côté de Wall Street. Voilà ce que je voulais vous dire. Et maintenant, avec moi, accueillons Bruce McWilliams.
It is a great honor to be here at AUI University class and to address the class of 2008, their family, their friends, the faculty, distinguished guests, the Board of Trustees, and President Ben Mokhtar. It's always wonderful to be with him. He's one of my favorite people. Being a part of this meeting has a special meaning to me, both as a U.S. citizen and me personally. Education is extremely important to me, and the fact that AUI University is modeled after the American university system gives me great pride. Before coming, I called United States Senator Byron Dorgan, who's a friend of mine and one of our leaders in our government, and he told me of many warm memories of Morocco. He especially mentioned your country's friendly people, beautiful landscape, diverse culture, and your excellent food. Senator Dorgan asked me to tell you how much Americans appreciate that our two countries stood side by side since when our country was first created. And Morocco was the first to recognize the United States in 1777. Senator Dorgan asked me to add his congratulations to all of you along with mine. The special relationship between Morocco and the United States that the Senator refers to is very real. In 1787, our two nations negotiated a treaty of peace and friendship, which still is in force today and is the longest unbroken treaty relationship in the United States history. As a testament to the special nature of the United States-Moroccan relationship, Tangier is home of the oldest U.S. diplomatic property in the world. Now, I've been told that at AUI there are many students from Tangier. In the future, I hope to visit Tangier, the city that hosts the oldest U.S. diplomatic property, the American Legation in Tangier, now a museum. It is the only building on foreign soil listed in the U.S. National Registry of Historic Places. To me, this makes Morocco and the United States brothers. I first came to Morocco just a few years ago, not knowing what to expect. I found a wonderful people who cared deeply for their country and its future, and I was so impressed with the country, and in particular the people that helped building new businesses here in Morocco. It's become very important to me. You, the class of 2008, are very valuable because you will help determine Morocco's future. Now, during your education, you have been gathering information from books, teachers, and others. You have opened your minds and let the facts pour in. You have learned problem-solving skills. You have demonstrated your discipline and ability to learn. Congratulations. However, for your spirit to blossom, even though knowledge is important, it is not sufficient in itself. You must do more. Life demands action for knowledge to come alive. To reap the rewards unfolding before you, it is essential that you add action to the knowledge you have gained thus far from your education. When I was a young man, a business executive suggested a roadmap one might follow for a successful and rewarding career. He said, when you're in your 20s, do as many things as you can. Explore the world around you. Find your true passion. Only when you pursue your true passion will you be the best you can. For me, this was a combination of technology and business, but your true passion is unique to you, so find it. Wherever your heart leads, you will find your treasure. The business executive told me that in your 30s, learn as much as you can. Pour yourself into your career. Surround yourself with the best people you can find. As you move through your career, seek mentors, people who have experienced what you're trying to achieve. There are always teachers there if you look for them. Even Tiger Woods, the greatest golfer in the world, has a coach. I've had many mentors and coaches throughout my career. They've each played an important role in my success, and I still carry them with me today. Then the executive told me, in your 40s, earn as much as you can. Now, this is not just necessarily money, but it's anything you can harvest from your work. It is important that you harvest because these are the fruits that will enable you to give back to the next generation. What you do with the harvest determines the value you give back to humanity. I find it interesting that the two richest men in the world, Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, and Warren Buffett, the world's greatest investor in the stock market history in the United States, have now planned to give all of their wealth back in ways that will help future generations. In fact, Carnegie Mellon University was created by Andrew Carnegie, who was at the time the richest man in the United States, and he died without a penny to his name. He gave it all away. A business executive told me that in your 50s, lead as much as you can. This helps to develop the next generation and ensure there are those who can follow in your footsteps. Leaders shape and develop the present and lay the groundwork for the future. And finally, in your 60s, pass on as much as you can to the next generation. I have one additional piece of advice. Learn to trust your intuition throughout your career. And most of all, trust yourself. Last month, I listened to a man who was dying of cancer. He said, when you know your life is ending, what you will regret are the things you wish you had done in your life, not the mistakes you made along the way. So class of 2008, find your passion and let it be your compass in the life you have ahead of you. A great deal has been invested in your life so far. Now this is my request of you. Work towards globalization and the continued integration of Morocco into the global economy. This is extremely important to the future of this country. Over the last 50 years, we have witnessed many countries in the world achieve incredible economic growth. In the 50s and 60s, we saw Japan and Germany rise from the ashes of war to build world-leading economies. Korea, Singapore, Taiwan followed. And now we see this happening in various degrees in China, India, Eastern Europe, and Southeast Asia. And it is in these countries we have seen the greatest decrease in poverty. It is interesting to note that these countries do not have vast natural resources found elsewhere in the world, like, say, the Middle East. So that's not required. In fact, many of these countries with vast resources are far behind in building their economies. The countries that I've just mentioned have built their economies by creating businesses that create jobs for all types of people. These jobs are in manufacturing and in services, and they move the poor up to an emerging middle class. The middle class is very important to our future because their children will have the same opportunity that you have been blessed with. In my mind, there's nothing more important to our future than this, working together to create a future that reduces world poverty. Morocco is extremely well positioned in its ability to grow its economy. Today, your country has truly great leadership, and in part it was this leadership that encouraged me to make investments here. It has an ideal position with respect to Europe and North America. It has actually probably the best trade agreements in place of any country in the world. and the cost of living here is competitive with the emerging economies. The young people of Morocco, if well trained, can have the talent that can lead to an economic revolution here. My company today is working on creating a new company here in Morocco, Nemotech Technologies. When the company is fully developed, it will be able to produce 10% of the world's supply of the cameras you find in your mobile phones. It's roughly 100 million cameras per year. What makes me optimistic is that the engineers we've hired here in Morocco are proving to be, actually, I'm hearing from my engineers, better qualified than the ones that we've trained in China. The degree to which Morocco's economy grows over the decades ahead is up to you. So I hope you choose to participate. My challenge to you is to become builders of the country's economy, to rival those I mentioned earlier. By doing this, you will provide for your own family and the generations to come. By doing this, you will each have a hand in shaping the evolution, growth, and the future of Morocco. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Williams. I'm sure our graduates have a lot to ponder, and I'm sure they would have learned a lot. And we hope that a few years from now, we will have among our graduates someone who can lead the way you have done. So, and I'm sure we will. I'd like to invite our Chancellor to give a commemorative plate to our keynote speaker. يتفضل الآن السيد رئيس مجلس الأمناء ليقدم هدية الكاملة لضيف الشرف.
But first, I'd like to say congratulations to our graduates. So here's how we'll go. I'll be inviting the dean of the school, and then we'll be announcing, and this is a little new, the valedictorian from the school, from the specific school that we'll be talking about. And then I'll be giving the distinction and then the names. فسأبدأ باسم الكلية وبعدها بالطالب الحاصل على أعلى درجة بالكلية وبعدها الطلبة الخريجين بالاسم اسمحني الميزة وبعدها الاسم ديال الطالب. So we'll start with the School of Business Administration. May I invite Dr. Darabi, Dean of the School of Business Administration. طالب الحاصل على أعلى معدل بالكلية فرج عبلة. درجة ممتاز إزوغاغن بوثينة. درجة ممتاز عمور زينب. درجة ممتاز برادة علام مريم. درجة ممتاز للج نادية. درجة ممتاز سوماكم لاوديس صاد حارث. درجة ممتاز سوماكم لاودي جبوري عماد. درجة جيد جدا ماغناكم لاودي البرنوسي زينب. درجة جيد جدا ماغناكم لاودي برادا كنزا. درجة جيد جدا ماغناكم لاودي شتيوي يوسف. درجة جيد جدا ماغناكم لاودي